Okay, next I'd like to introduce Jared Brock from Brock Development. Jared with Brock Development, located in Palm Beach Gardens. He oversees leasing for Brock's Development's retail portfolio, which consists of Class A, Publix-anchored retail centers, vibrant lifestyle centers, and well-positioned retail strip centers throughout Palm Beach County. Jared?
Today I'm going to touch on some of the trends we at Brock Development feel have had a great impact on retail and retail development, and also offer a peek into Alton Town Center. The first topic I'm going to touch on is brick and mortar versus e-commerce and morphed service center. The most apparent and forceful trend which has affected and will continue to affect commercial real estate is the internet. I don't think there's any argument against that. How easy is it to buy nearly anything from the comfort of your own home? It is typically cheaper and always more convenient. This presents quite a problem for retailers looking to sell the consumer a physical good. Thankfully, one of the few physical goods categories which have held their ground to the internet is the grocer, which has been critical in sustaining the community and neighborhood shopping centers we visit so regularly. With increased manufacturing costs, labor costs, space costs, freight expense, and other variables, the internet has forced retailers like Barnes & Noble, Circuit City, and Radio Shack to close stores nationwide and reinvent themselves. It has also forced many retailers to explore express store formats, which are much smaller than the prior year's prototypes, or move to a hub and spoke model to help lower space costs. Showrooming has become a topic among Amazon, Best Buy, and Samsung, for example. Showrooming essentially means going into a store like Best Buy, picking out which TV you think looks best, and then going online and buying it for usually a cheaper price point. Best Buy was actually looking to rent shelf space to manufacturers in order to combat this trend. Pay me for use of the shelf space because my customers are coming in and buying the TV elsewhere. Interestingly enough, this competition has gone full circle, with brick and mortar retailers launching competitive internet campaigns, like Nordstrom's HotLook.com, if anyone's familiar, to push back on the online-only focused retailers. On the flip side, Amazon opened its first brick and mortar store earlier this year, as some of you may have read. And while it acts as more of a pickup and drop-off store, it's certainly a start to a new trend. With the shrinking retail landscape, the developer's old mentality of buying land and maxing out the buildable area is not as common in today's retail developments. Some of the larger dated retail centers, which relied heavily on those physical goods retailers, have experienced high vacancies as a result of these trends. This forces developers to be more creative with their land. Many developers are turning to mixed-use projects, creating offices, residences, and retail to obtain stronger returns. Culturally, this works as playing off of convenience and people's habits typically wins the day. Here I'm going to give a glimpse at Alton Town Center, which Brian brought up. Alton Town Center is our newest development project. It's in Palm Beach Gardens and sits along Donald Ross and I-95. We are working in concert with North American Development Group, and it is the retail portion of a larger mixed-use project, as you can see, which is being handled by Coulter. The center will be very service-oriented, featuring the restaurants, the shops, the grocer, the gym, the hair salon, those uses that we're so used to. And as a result, it will have increased parking demand, so we'll look to incorporate additional parking above and beyond code. Nice architectural features as well as art throughout the project and lush landscaping. With these trends, city planners have also pushed for changes, dubbed the new urbanism. Planners are requiring more green space, pedestrian-friendly environments, and city-like parallel parking to create the urban grid feel. So as you will note, we will be incorporating some of these elements into Alton. This is a visual rendering of one of the restaurant buildings. You see lots of lush landscaping surrounding kind of the atmosphere, some artistic elements, which is in the central courtyard area. The whole project's going to be walkable, so you'll have connectivity from the residential to the retail to the office components. And all of the stores will feature storefront parking, kind of like you see here, to promote convenience. So you can see here some of the parallel parking spots that will escape either side of the buildings. It's open and inviting, lots of artistic elements throughout the project as well. This is a rendering of the main courtyard area. Again, playing off of inviting open areas, lots of storefront glass, strong architectural features and artistic elements in landscaping. Here are just some fun facts I figured I'd throw up for you. The next topic I'd like to touch on is sustainability. Is it worth it? Sustainability has been a global focus through various industries for the past decade. Whether recycling, using solar power, or driving energy-efficient cars, our culture has started to embrace this going green concept. For instance, nationwide, green buildings sell for an average of $173 more per square foot and command higher occupancy and rental rates when compared to conventional buildings. LEED-rated buildings are seeing an increase in direct rental rates of $11.33 per square foot when compared to non-LEED certified buildings. This is primarily because people and businesses are valuing health and environmental benefits that come with sustainability. The cost savings from increased energy and water efficiency and lower maintenance costs also mean higher base rents for landlords. If realized, this is a nice double-dip return on an investment directly achieved by use of sustainable development. Some of the more common sustainable elements being used in today's commercial development and likely to be seen at Alton are LED lighting, which utilizes significantly less power than traditional lighting, maintaining native landscaping and native preserves to reduce water needs, maintaining electric car charging stalls, use of reclaimed water for irrigation, and architectural design to promote more natural lighting within the buildings, shading where you need it, and better insulation to improve energy efficiency. City planners have also taken heed to sustainability, guiding developers to add more green space and less impermeable surfaces, meet stricter energy metrics for items like roof insulation, ductwork, air conditioning equipment, and adding municipal code, which requires use of automated light switches and thermostats, for example. This going green trend has also bled into tenant space designs via the repurpose or recycle flow. For instance, utilizing pallet wood to create a unique design on a wall commonly found in concepts like Chipotle. So here's a visual again of Alton. You'll notice one of our artistic renderings there, just kind of promoting green space, promoting walkability. We're going to look to incorporate maybe some charging stations into the project as well. And certainly we'll have on-site retention and lots of native landscaping. Speaking of Chipotle, restaurants and the QSR revolution. Another compelling transition we have seen affecting commercial retail centers stems from the restaurant industry. 20 years ago, there were generally two core dining options: fast food restaurants, which embraced convenience, speed, as well as low price point, and sit-down restaurants mainly focused on quality, service, and atmosphere. Since their inception, these quick service concepts have taken a significant bite out of the revenues from both sit-down and fast food restaurants and have forced players on both sides to reinvent their offerings. adding healthier items on the fast food side, and pushing the sit-down restaurants to lower price point and offering lighter cuisine options. With respect to the real estate, these QSR concepts take a much smaller footprint than the sit-down restaurant concepts, but look for similar top-tier, high-visibility locations, and they will not shy away from paying for it. A few concepts have started shifting to the drive-through model to offer greater convenience in an attempt to capture more of the fast food market. Chipotle, Five Guys, and Payway are among the leaders of the QSR revolution, a revolution with little barriers to entry. In other words, new QSR concepts are popping up regularly, playing off of new dining trends or old classics. For instance, Chipotle is in a few markets testing Shop House, which is an Asian-inspired version of Chipotle. Same line, different cuisine. And Pizza Locale, also owned by Chipotle. Chipotle now has over 1,700 locations and a strong pipeline for more. PDQ has done very well at bridging the gap between fast food and QSR as well. That's a new concept. I'm not sure if, I'm sure most of you have heard about it. They have one in Okeechobee in 95. So at Alton, given that we're going to appeal to a younger demographic with the several schools that surround the project, we have FAU, the Benjamin School, the Dwyer High School, combined with the on-site office component that's going to be at the project. Like Brian mentioned, there's going to probably be between 2 and 4 million square feet of office space on-site. We want the ability to cater to those people. And providing them that 20 or 30 minute quality cuisine is something that's important to the project. And again, our market in general just needs more on-the-go options. Chipotle and Starbucks recently announced adding beer and wine to several of their locations throughout the country after quietly testing these additions in select markets. Starbucks calls their rollout Starbucks Evenings, and also has whispered about potentially offering delivery in certain urban markets. Starbucks Evenings will be in about 2,000 locations by 2019, and Starbucks anticipates adding $1 billion of revenue as a result of these additions. Additionally, this trend has flowed into the fast food category, with Burger King and White Castle now offering beer at some of their locations, Taco Bell announcing they're going to offer alcohol-infused libations on their menu. Can you imagine going to Taco Bell for happy hour? In an effort to boost evening sales, this is certainly the start of another trend to bridge the gap between the various categories within the restaurant industry. In conclusion, as the commercial real estate industry continues to evolve, there will always remain core traits that promote a project's or brand's success. However, with today's fast-paced lifestyle, trends are fickle, and what is in or hot today may not be tomorrow. The ability to foresee these trends and react quickly enough to capture the positive impact of them is key to being successful in all areas of our industry. The agent, the management company, the planner, the developer, the landlord. They all need to come together. Thank you. Are there any questions? Anyone? Bueller?
Jared, is it true on, down Ross Road, the public center is located on the north side of the street there?
Yes.
Is going to be an additional public within that corridor?
I can't confirm or deny that, but it is looking that way. That Publix historically has been one of the top performing Publixes in Palm Beach County, the one on Donald Ross. And as a result of the new homes that are being built at the project, 2,700 units, and a lot of that western market literally has nowhere to go to come east along Donald Ross, which is something, again, Brian mentioned about the way the roads are connected and whatnot. They feel like they need that store. The existing store on Donald Ross is too busy in their mindset. It's doing a little bit better than they wanted to do, believe it or not. Carol.
What's the timing on the deliveries?
We do. We are shooting for early 2017, probably the first quarter. The That's delivering obviously to tenant spaces. The project will probably come online third quarter of 17. That's probably when you'll see stores starting to open. The residences will certainly be starting to be occupied before then. And then the office space is probably a 5 to 8 year, absorption sort of effect on it.